Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
No, easy mistake to make. Lie check, Lehigh. Sounds very similar.
Not that similar, though, is it really?
Alright, not that similar.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, it'll be
Did
rectified.
anybody mention it?
No, I had one or two people, one or 35 people messaged me about it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck this season.
Yeah, Good luck this season. Yeah, you've said it. Yeah, you've set it too high, haven't you? You've set it too high. All right, take care. Yeah. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. All right, Lehigh. All right, fine. I don't know why I said lie chat. I don't know, but whatever. You're speaking to the man that made a thing out of Andy Tannoy when that wasn't his name. So I'm a lost cause, viewers. There he is, Eric Lehigh. I will just forget that at some point. Why is there a C in it? Why is there an A and a J in it? Because he's American? I don't know. If he was from Albania, it would all make sense. He's got Polish as another nationality, which is fair enough. Joseph is a middle name. Like, come on. Born in Chicago. None of this is a defence, is it? Hello then, gang. Welcome back this season then. We kick things off with the Sky Bet League 2. Couple of games for you today. Kicking off the season with a couple of games, something we don't always do. If you missed yesterday's episode, we ran through our new signings, our new transfers, so make sure you check that out before you watch this. Otherwise, you'll be very confused about some of these names. Of course, we know then, we are fourth favourites for the league. We are predicted to get to the playoffs. The board want us to get into the playoffs, and I don't think we're going to get into the playoffs. This first episode, though, will be a good indicator of just how well we'll do this year. I feel like that's going to happen. Oldham and Rochdale are the sides we're facing. Oldham are predicted to come 15th and Rochdale are predicted to come 11th. So mid-table, where I think we should be. So, I mean, this is going to be exciting and interesting. And, Lehigh will not be playing, so I don't have to say his name. Burton will be in goal then. Rob France, Akuma, Gibbons and Cantrell will be at the back. Ordinarily, I would play Colin Thompson, but he's got a bit of an injury. Alabusi and Robinson would probably also play. In fact, let's show you a different view. There you are. Look. In front of them, Pozzo will sit just in front of those defenders, as well as behind a couple of midfielders. Today will be Kirby, Connor Kirby. I'm expecting big things. We'll see how he does this season for us. I'm expecting big things, though, alongside Jermaine Anderson, the ever-consistent, ever-present Jermaine Anderson from last year. Kasinga Medea will be out on that left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, Rob Hall will fill in for Alabiusi, who's unavailable today. Interestingly, inside forwards on attacks, I think they're both sort of ready-made for that, so that should be quite exciting. And Marky Fletcher, the main man up front, let's see if he can do the business again. Not yet. Let's see if he scores. I get very giddy because I've got instant access, viewers. Like in the past with the harp, I had to do it afterwards, but now it's there whenever I want it. We're also going to get Colin Thompson off the pitch. The Fire's going to be on the bench. He's not fully fit, but we've got injuries to the other boys. Right then, let's see how we do. First game of the season, Oldham at home. Can our boys do the business? I'm quite nervous. I'm nervous because we've been set very high expectations. Expectations I don't think we're going to. Oh bollocks! The match squad must have at least one player trained by the club. Right. I don't think I've got any of those players. So, in the new league, we've been given an extra space on the bench. I'm going to have to forego that place because I don't have any good homegrown players coming through the ranks. Hang on. I'll take that back. The Millennium Baby's still here. Hold the phone. Does he count? I mean, it's been a while since we've seen him, to be fair, but Ben Fletcher, in a surprise call-up, viewers, I mean, I'm shocked, is making his way onto the bench as our homegrown player at the... Oh, God. All right, welcome to Ben Fletcher, who is... Well, let's hope we don't have to play him. A couple of numbers need to be sorted out for these boys that signed quite late in the window. Ben Fletcher's getting 35. We're going to go for... What else have we got here, actually? Rob France should really be number 2, but we'll go for 32, so he's got a 2 in it, and Beachy can get number 24. We'll save 11 for a winger at some point, I think. And number 4, deeper playmaker in the centre. They're playing an identical formation to us. They must have been watching the series. All right, then, as the boys come out of the tunnel, that door, I assume, we are going to switch things up to 2D. Sorry for everyone that is a 3D fan. I just think 2D makes me see the game better. And for everyone else as well. I do think so, generally speaking. We're not doing a poll because it's always 50-50, so we'll just leave it. Right then, free kick for them early doors as Akumu just about gets it clear, and now Jermaine Anderson races away with it. Finds Hall, who's going to have to be key on this side. I realise we need to up the speed a little bit as Kasinga Medea has found his way through. What a touch! Oh, it's got to be, and it is. It seemed a bit fortunate, but what a lovely way to get your account rolling for Boston United. Deze Kasinga Medea, a name that I can say very easily, apparently, to the surprise of everybody watching. Hall gets it, drives down this side, plays it across, lovely first touch, cuts inside as well. I'd love to see that from a forward player, and just sort of slides in the rebound. You can see the fans behind the goal go wild, they're loving it. We're sponsored by Mitre, or at least Mitre are sponsoring the crowd. I've never really seen Mitre footballs used in like Premier League action, but if you ever did football training as a youngster, you will definitely have used about 15 Mitre footballs, and then 3 sort of Nike ones that you can't kick over the fence in at risk of being abused by everyone else who goes to football training. Yeah, that was always a fear. Free kick, though, to them, as that goes just wide. But we've got a 1-0 lead. I mean, maybe the title's on the card. 33 minutes gone, and another chance going Oldham's way, as we're just going to have to try and feel our way into this league. Like, tactically, we're very similar to what we've been in previous years, because I don't really know how we'll fare. I mean, personnel this season, we're quite consistent from last year, so at least I know what's what, as... Well, that wasn't our best work. I think it hit Cantrell, outfoxed the goalkeeper, who has now forced the corner to be played into the centre. Gibbons gets under it. I mean, he's not really a first-choice defender, to be honest, but needs must today, as eventually we do get it away with Cantrell. Good. The main man, the star man, is now injured. Good. Kasinga Medea, who I've basically pinned all my hopes on this season, is now injured. Fantastic. Callum Gribben replaces him. I mean, it's not good, is it? George Penny's left the club. Kasinga Medea's come in to be the replacement from Newcastle, and is immediately, first game of the season, after scoring a brilliant goal, is now injured. That's going to be months. I can already feel it. It might be 9 months, knowing my luck. Half time though, 1-0 to the good, as the Boston boys have performed admirably in their first outing in League 2. Happy with the way things are going. Keep it up, boys, and let's get it again. At some point, we'll use Eric Lehigh's long throw, I think, because I'm quite excited to see that work. I've not had a long throw tactic this year. I've not had players that are particularly good at long throws, but now 17 long throws on him. If Rob France doesn't play as well, then we've got an option there with sort of an extra power as Kirby races forward. I mean, could be a second, not quite though, as Stolar Sezek probably saves. And another highlight. Highlights are plenty in this game. It's Oldham. They're very good in possession. I'm pleased I said that. Gribben now, though, on this left-hand side, he's come on to replace his man as it's cleared, is it? We get it back, though, and hopefully we can find a little bit of space in behind. Although quite a deep line from Oldham. We've looked towards Mikey Fletcher. It comes down to Callum Gribben now. If he can lay it off for someone to have a shot, or might go on his own. Rob Hall with an opportunity. Bends it round the goalkeeper. Rob Hall's first goal of the season. Assist by Callum Gribben, the substitute. And it's Boston 2, Oldham 0. And the perfect start to the season. You can see that header, not particularly good. Gribben gets on it and then slides it across to Rob Hall, who comes inside, cuts inside, and a lovely finish to bend it around the goalkeeper, who should maybe do better, but we don't care. It's not about him. It's about us. Callum Gribben's picked up a knock. Looks like a twisted knee. 20 minutes to go. Shall we see one of our new players get involved? Mikey Fletcher's not having the best outing. Ben Beachy, I think, is going to be the man to replace him up front. And on the left-hand side, we've got this issue with Gribben. I'm going to stick with him and hope he's going to be all right. Like, we've got other options, not in the squad today, that could come in on that left-hand side. But, yeah, with Jordan Slew not here anymore, viewers, and some people were devastated about that. Not ideal. But another chance maybe for us? No. Well, Gibbons heads it forward. Clarkson now, though, brings it forward, lays it off to Armstrong, who finds a beautiful ball out to Tregus, I can only assume it said, but great defending from George Cantrell, who's done it in different divisions and is doing it once again here, as it's a penalty kick. George Cantrell concedes it. What are the chances? Penalty, 81 minutes to give Oldham a little bit of hope in this game. Pennock steps up to take it and scores, and all of a sudden this has got a little bit nervy. Colin Pennock with the penalty. I mean, that's why he takes the penalties, obviously. He's pen knock. He's pen knocks it in. Lovely. I say lovely. I'm actually a bit annoyed. We're going to go to a more cautious sort of counter-attacking style. I'm going to just try and manage this a little bit, which is unlike me. Obviously, Kirby's going to come off for Chris Lawrence in the centre just to freshen things up so he's not on a booking as, oh goodness me, a chance maybe. Akumu smashes it clear. As Beachy's going to try and get on the end of this, is he? Todd, though, he deals with it okay, and it goes all the way back. And now Pennock, the deep-lying playmaker for this Oldham side, finds Hunt on that left-hand side, who plays it back inside to Henderson. Lots of good English names in this side, you've got to say. Pennock, back to Clarkson. A chance for Hammer on this right-hand side, plays it in. Armstrong's there, and Burton, well, he saves it. I mean, we weren't sure for about 3 minutes. It took an age to get towards him, but it remains Boston 2, Oldham 1. And a big ball over the top. Are we getting on the end of that? We are. Beachy, Ben Beachy's making it 3-1 and to seal the game. He's hit the post. Oh, that should have maybe been it. 5 minutes of added time to go. And another highlight, which we don't really want. A throw in goes their way. Lawrence, though, picks it up. Lovely ball out to Gribbin, who have kept on despite his injury. Can he put it back across? He can. Ben Beachy, saved by the goalkeeper, but the rebound's put in. And surely the first 3 points of the season for Boston United. Ben Beachy, double B's, BB Gun, we'll call him, with the goal. And, yeah, lovely ball from Lawrence to find Gribbin. Lots of space for us as well. Oldham obviously pushing forward, looking for the equaliser, but they couldn't do it. I mean, good save from the keeper on that first one, but Beachy ain't going to miss the second chance. And it's 3-1. Job done. Roll on Rochdale. They've scored. I thought that was going to be the end of the whistle. I was waiting for it to blow down. I was going to go, and there we are then. Boston 3, Oldham 1, and then they put together this move really late in the game, which, as unnerved, it looks offside to me, to be honest. I think the referee, they've gone home. They've given up. They're clearly not taking part anymore. He's definitely offside. Actually, they're going to show it with the line, so now I've said it's definitely offside. I could look like a fool. Oh, it's pretty close. I mean, I'd say probably level. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. The lines don't suggest that, but I don't believe the lines anymore. If we concede again now, then this whole season's a write-off. I'm waiting for the moment so I can say, and there we are then, folks. And there we are then, folks. Boston 3, Oldham 2. As it should have been a moment ago, but then Daniel Armstrong scored late. 3-2 then. Not too bad at all. We'll take that. The injury, though, to Medea, Kasinga Medea, I'm worried, viewers. I'm concerned. Here we go then. Let's see the damage. How bad is it? Gribbin's got one as well. Let's start with hopefully going to be not as bad news. 3 to 6 days. Kasinga Medea out for 3 to 4 months. Good. Bully for that. Ah, great. That's really great. That's just what we wanted. That's really top-notch news. Leave a like on the video. God damn it. I can't believe it. I'm furious. Aidan Rodgers still doesn't want to join. Wants to join a bigger club. You're at Crusaders, mate, in Northern Ireland. What are you talking about? I'd offer you 3 times the money you're on now. You know, rented accommodation. You'd be loving life. Anyway, so our star man this season is now out for the season. Well, not out for the season, out until Christmas. So that's good news. Good news, though. Matthew Whitaker is going to come in. Good. I mean, a little bit of reinforcements for us up front. But I mean, I'm devastated with the injury, to be honest. It's ruined the whole season for me in many ways. We're not a favourite now, surely. We must have gone down in the odds. We were 4th, remember, and now, well, they've not updated. I guess the option for us then will be, I mean, James Sayer is there ready and waiting. He was the player who was the backup to George Penny back in the day, but it never really materialised for him. It's him or Gribbin, but Gribbin's out as well. It's a nightmare, viewers. Or Alabiusu. Oh, no, of course. Sorry, what am I saying, viewers? Because Rob Hall was over on this side, I was very confused. Rob Hall comes over here, Alabiusu comes in on the right side, and everyone's loving life. Everything's going to be just fine. All right, let's rest the boys for a day then, make sure they're ready and raring to go for this next game against Rochdale in a couple of days' time. Oh, I've been given some options to have an affiliate club beneath me. Basford, Gedling and Arnold. Now, I'm going to level. I don't really know any of these teams. I suggest this one's probably the best of the bunch. I don't really want any of... I'm just going to reject the recommendations. So, what a waste of everyone's time. The Checkatrade Trophy has seen us against Accrington, Aston Villa under-23s and Tranmere. If I can help it, you'll be seeing none of those games because I don't really care. That competition is just in the way, frankly. Especially when I'm trying to win the Carabao Cup as well, you know? That's what annoys me most. Biggie Romani is going to join. Great. He'll join. When will this be then? It'll be a while away. Sunday, the 1st of January. Good to get some nice reinforcements in because we don't have him right now, but to have him in the January period, hopefully that'll kick us on. Yeah, a really good player. Will definitely be a starter in our team, I imagine. Hopefully he plays over with Salford, doesn't get injured or anything like that. But yeah, going to be a really good addition when he eventually joins in January. Good bit of planning from Ben there. I mean, I should have got him in earlier, but still good planning for the future. Right, Alabiusu's still not really fit for this, which is a little bit of a concern, and we don't really have the naturally right-sided players. So Rob Hall's going to go back across, and we are going to go, after all of that, with James Sayer, who's going to come in on that left-hand side and hopefully do a job for us. Elsewhere in the side then, Ossie Robinson's going to come back in, Kirby's going to drop to the bench in this one, and Callum Gribbin is going to switch places with Whitaker in the forward areas. Right then, gang. Actually, no, Connor Kirby should probably be on the bench. We'll go for Chris Lawrence. Right then, here we are. Then team-wise, Burton in goal, France, Akumu, Gibbons and Cantrell at the back, Pozzo just in front, Robinson and Anderson, the Suns in the centre, Hall on one side, Sayer on the other, and Marky Fletcher up top through the middle. Big opportunity for James Sayer here. Didn't get much chance last year. Not fully fit for this either. So the odds are against him, viewers, let's be honest. Especially when he's replacing what is essentially... We'll give him 11. Why not? I'm going bold. I know what I said earlier on, but I've changed my mind. Look at Ashley Seal up front, who I actually looked at signing once upon a time, so I suspect he'll get a hat-trick. And Joe Fairs in the centre is also a very capable young player that we looked at. But, all right, we'll see. I don't feel wholly confident in this game, I'm going to be honest. I still don't think we're at full strength yet. There's a few players on the bench. I think Seddon, I'd like to try out him instead of Cantrell for a game or two. I still think there's an option for us here to be a lot stronger, especially defensively. So, look, if we can get anything from this, it'll be a success. Rochdale lost their first game. I think they were bottom of the table as well. So they'll be looking to bounce back. But away from home, we can maybe do a job here. Although I'm scared of Ashley Seal. That's who I'm scared of. As a lovely ball out to Swanson, who has worked us all ends up. As Bennett puts it over as I scroll in so we can actually see the goals. Decent chance for Rochdale, probably should have scored. It's going to be about whether we can control games in this division in the same way that we did in previous divisions. As that from Fairs is a reckless tackle and he's off. Goodness me, they're already down to 10, 12 minutes in, and that gives us every chance. And you've got to hope now that with the advantage of an extra man, we should be able to make that advantage pay as Gibbons heads down calmly to Cantrell. And can we use this man advantage to our advantage? You should think now, look, the isolated figure up front now in Seal, that's going to be a real bother for them. It's whether we can make the use of our wide players. Our fullbacks should definitely be getting forward and definitely have time now at least to put balls into the middle. A big switch of play wouldn't go amiss here, by the way. Look how much space Rob France has got over on that side. Although we're keeping it very neatly and carefully on this side. Cantrell, back to Anderson. Loads of good possession football. Ossie Robinson. Marky Fletcher, yes! He scored in League Two. And finally, the goal drought from one game is over. Marky Fletcher. Marky Fletcher. Yes, loving life. Lovely stuff from us. Ossie Robinson back in the side today. And a lovely ball to Fletcher, whose finish is sublime. And 1-0 to the good. And now surely they've got 10 men. This should be a dominant display from us from now on. Well, after the goal, viewers, I'm going to be honest, not a lot has happened at all. We're nearly at half-time. There's going to be a cheeky highlight just before we get there as it falls to Hall over on that side. He's already got a book into his name, but hopefully we can get himself on the score sheet. France on it now, though. Plays it forward towards Marky Fletcher, and not great from France. Bob French, as I'm calling him privately. But a minute of the half to go, and Sayer is on the ball, does brilliantly to keep it in. Can he supply an assist? No, he loses out, but wins it back to Sayer. And then the ball falls to Robinson over on that side. He's got France to help him out. Can we get a ball into the middle? Maybe no. Nice possession stuff from us, though, as Rob France with an option to deliver it in. He does, and referee, is it a penalty? It's been given, has it? It has. Marky Fletcher was fouled. And let's see then. Sayer is going to step up, my word. Why is... Okay, he's coming to the side, and he said, I want it, and rightly so. 2-0, getting himself on the score sheet. James Sayer gets himself into the side and gets himself a goal. Boston 2, Rochdale 0. I mean, might as well just go up to League 1 now. Look, put us in League 1. Let's not waste time with this League 2 nonsense. We're ready for action right here. Ready. Very dominant first half display. The red card, of course, hasn't helped them at all. I'm very, very pleased. And let's just do the same again. Do you know what? There's one thing missing from the Boston series, in my opinion. And it's that we've not had a goal fest. There's not been too many games where we've scored sort of 4 or 5, is there? I would quite like that for today, please. Pozzo, free kick, whips it towards goal, and over it goes. Oh, there's been an incident in the middle, and it's a second yellow card. Pozzo has now been sent off, and it's 10-all, viewers. Oh, my word. Well, I was very smug about the fact we had more players than them. We now don't have more players than them, and I'm nervous. I'm not nervous. We're 2-0 to the good. We're looking great. Forget it. It's annoying from Pozzo, really, because we don't have a natural to play in that defensive midfield role. There's a few players that can do it okay, but they're not perfect at it. I probably should have made a couple of changes, but we've got ourselves a chance regardless, as France and Robinson combine once again. Lovely switch of play to Cantrell. I love to see that. Fullback to fullback, as Cantrell there caught on it. And now he's got a race back. And hopefully we don't concede, of course. 10 apiece, as Ashley Seal has got. I mean, to say there's an option at the back post is an understatement. He's got all the time in the world. The defensive efforts from Boston there, though, to get back and get across were sensational. The fire's going to come in for Akuma. We're going to bring Charlie Oliver on for France at the back. Slightly more sensible defensive options, although Lee Hull can't believe he's not come on. In fact, let's make that change as well. The back line is changing. I want to give a few of them a bit of fitness with 5 minutes to go. Get them in the game a little bit of League 2 football before they start probably next game. Fletcher with a free kick. Oh, that would have been the perfect way to seal it. And with time nearly up, that's going to be the game then. Rochdale 0, Boston United 2. Lovely stuff from the Boston boys. Disappointing to see Pozzo get sent off. Needless, really. But regardless of that, a good win. Not quite the 4 or 5 that I was hoping for, but a really good victory again in League 2. That's what you want to see from the lads. Looking good. It's arguably the perfect start to our league campaign. Next time we meet then, what shall we do game-wise? I'm not too sure. I might go for sort of the Northampton-Crawley fixtures around there maybe. We'll see how we go, and I look forward to it. If you enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like on it if you want to see some more. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll love with care. Until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye. Lehigh. Good. If there's any pronunciations I got wrong today, just see if one person's left the comment, and then just thumbs that one up.